All right, so ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to my YouTube channel. And this is day one of the 30-day challenge. I believe this is going to be the 1st of January 2025. So, Happy New Year to you. And on the first day of the 30-day challenge, we are going to be building we're going to be building a solar artificial intelligence, a solar AI. So basically, this is going to be used to set appointments for the solar consultants, and it's also going to have an interesting feature, which is a calculator. It's going to be able to calculate how much um, how much bill payments is going to cost you. um, it's basically like a billing record, a savings calculator rather. So, and then we're going to also have one more feature on it, which is the questions feature. So what is this system exactly? So this system is mainly targeted for solar companies. So you can deploy this system on solar companies, or deploy it or give it to solar companies, and then have it maybe be on their website, or also maybe have it run in an application for them. So the main functions of this obviously is going to help solar companies gain more customers by by scheduling more appointments for them, and also having a cool interesting feature such as the savings calculator for the user to access during maybe they're visiting the website. So during their visit to the website, for them to be able to calculate how much the cost is and how much it costs to um, make bill payments in the next 25 years. I'll explain that in a bit. It's going to make sense. Day one today on the 30-day challenge, and we're going to be building a solar company AI bot. So all right. So for the first feature, this is the entire feature of the AI. You can see the bot is here. This is the entire outlay of the bot. So like I said, we have mainly three sections, which is the savings calculator, we have the schedule a consultant, and I have a question section. So I'm going to be breaking it down into I'm going to be breaking all these three sections down step by step, so that you can also learn and know how to build them. So for the first part, um, we're using VoiceFlow to build these automations, and we're using VoiceFlow to create most of these systems. For those of you who may not know what VoiceFlow is one of the platforms that I use to create most of the artificial intelligence projects that I have, and most of the AIs that I have to build, and anything create concerning chatbots. VoiceFlow is really good for it, and VoiceFlow is one of honestly the best softwares that you can use. So we begin here on the starting phase. So on the starting phase, obviously you're going to have a welcome block, which is going to say obviously mine says, welcome to Mwanga Solar Services, how can I assist you today? Yours might be different, and yours is going to be different, and how you insert this is through top message, then you add in the prompt. Then after that, you've got choices in which the user is going to have to pick between the savings calculator or the schedule a consultant, or maybe just if in general, if they just have questions to ask. So for the first one, the savings calculator, the schedule echo. So let's take for instance, the user wants to calculate how much it costs them to how much it's going to cost them over. I prompted this to calculate up to 25 years, how much it's going to cost you in the next 25 years. So let's say your bill payments right now cost you around $200. How much um, how much how much will it cost you in the next 25 days? It's going to calculate next 25 years, it's going to calculate the 200 along the 25 years span and how much it's going to cost you for those bills, and then it's going to give you back the response. So let me just show you. So we have this here. We're going to run it just to as an example. So the first thing you're going to see is the AI obviously is going to pop up and it's going to have a new session started, and you see welcome to Solar Services, how can I help you today? And what for this example, we're picking the savings calculator. So for the savings calculator, instantly takes you to another chat that you're supposed to reply with. So the question says, what is your monthly current bill on average? So how much are you spending on average on your bills? So let's say, for example, I'm going to put 200. I'm going to put 200, and it's going to capture your response, and then it has an AI generated prompt right over here, which you can read the prompt here. It says, you can read it. It says, this is what you will save after considering the average life of the solar panel in 25 years. Present the answer after calculating and add the, and also don't show the math. So immediately right after that, it literally takes you to, do you have any other questions? But you can see here the answer that it gives you. It says, after calculating the numbers, the total number you can save over a period of 25 years by using solar energy is 4,000 or 48,000. So that's a lot. That's a lot if you're calculating $200 for the, so within the next 20 to 25 years, by you switching to solar, you end up saving this amount right here. And then we have, do you have any other questions? And then you have the option button. Then this option button, we're going to talk about it in a sec, but then we have the second option, which is here, which says schedule a consultant. So now we all know how important it is for companies to talk to their clients, and how important it is for clients to want to talk to consultants rather for each company. So this feature also allows the user or the client to be able to schedule or book a call with the consultant. So how this works is going to start a new session right here, and I'm going to run it as well. So for this one, if you're a user and you're using it on their website, for example, and then you want to talk to their consultant and you want to schedule a call or book in a call with the consultant, this is what the procedure would look like. So we have schedule a consultant. So as you see, it's going to tell you great step. Please fill in the following details. What's your name? Name Bunganga. We have, takes you to the phone number. The phone number, you just enter any number that's there. And notice that it's saving and capturing every last utterance that you make. So every single time you input a phone number, every single time you input your name, it gets the name and then it saves it to the database of the company. So we have name, phone number, enter the phone number, your area in square feet. So let me just put 200.12 just to be interesting, SQ, and enter. All right, so the interesting part about this is that we link the consultants or the company's LinkedIn to this AI. So as soon as the user is done or goes through the process rather, it redirects them to their LinkedIn where they can then book or schedule a call later on for the company. So as you can see here, we have the Calendly, the Calendly rather. We have the Calendly where the user can then schedule a call. So the user can click on the Calendly link and then it will redirect them to the booking page of the company or consultant where they can then book and schedule a call for yeah, for the consultant. Then immediately after that, you get the message saying, "Awesome, thank you for reaching out to Mwanga Services." So all these, this is the main process of the main function of the system. But we have another section also, which is the I have some questions section. So this one isn't it's a section that um, it depends on whether it depends on how often the company gets questions. So you can mainly get in this section, you can mainly add FAQs of the company, the frequently asked questions of the company. So if you go here and then you say I have some questions, it's going to redirect you to this part right here. It says please fill in the free inquiry. On this section rather, this is where we are supposed to add in multiple questions of the company. So let's say someone has a question on how much does the solar cost, or how much is it to where is the business located, or where can I find your product. Such type of questions are the questions that you add in this section. And then every single time the user asks the question, the bot rather can get the information from there, and then it can bring back, can return that information, and then give it back to the user. So this, as soon as you respond to this, it literally just takes you to any more inquiries, and then on any more inquiries, it provides the user with two options, which is a yes and a no. So when the user picks the yes option, it takes them back to the question section. Let me show you in a sec what that means. So as you can see here where it says new session started, any more queries, and then if we say yes, you see it will redirect us back to the question section. So this is a part where it's more interactive to the user. The user can ask questions about the company or about any solar equipment that they may want to ask, or any inquiries in general that they may have, and then it's going to give them feedback based off of the database or the data that it has. So after this whole process, it literally just takes the user back to the thanks for contacting the Mwanga services. So this is basically the full scope of this system. It's not complex, and if you want to grab this exact system, I'm pretty sure we're going to add it in our Discord community. So feel free to join the Discord under the YouTube resources. I'm pretty sure we can add this exact system, where if you want to change it or tweak it to your liking, or maybe just make it your own and then go ahead and sell it to other companies, and be sure to check out the Discord and also check out the YouTube resources under the Discord, because we are going to be adding all these creations during the 30-day challenge into our Discord community. So you can check that out. But this is honestly is the full scope of the system. this is the full scope of the system. Yeah. So without much being said, this is the day one build of 30-day challenge, and this is the solar AI bot that you can deploy on the solar company's website, deploy it in their application, and you can also create this, you can also access it rather in the Discord community that we have linked down below. Be sure to check that out. Be sure to check that out. Be sure to check that out. And if you don't have a VoiceFlow account, I'll probably link down VoiceFlow so you can go check it out and create your own account and start playing with this software. It's a really good software to create most of artificial intelligence or AI chatbots, such projects. And be sure to follow be sure to follow along the journey, because we're going to be adding way more systems and way more automations as well. Okay, so without further ado, be sure to like, subscribe, and follow the channel as we grow and create more automations. And I'll see you guys in day 2 of the 30-day challenge, and we'll be building something very interesting in day 2 as well. Thank you very much for listening up to this. Thank you very much for listening to this far.